Daniel Jones is going to break out for the New York Giants this season.
Daniel Jones is coming off the best year of his career while helped leading the New York Giants to a 9-7-1 record, also with a divisional round appearance. And I know his passing stats may not come off as amazing for a quarterback. If you watched the New York Giants play last year, you would know that the offense was kind of handicapped with having a bad offensive line, subpar weapons, but Daniel Jones still made massive strides in his game with not turning over the football, being better in the pocket, and being clutch while having 4 fourth-quarter comebacks and 5 game-winning drives. Mind you, he did this while playing behind one of the worst offensive lines in football and throwing the football to one of the worst wide receiving cores in football. But the protection and the weapons for Daniel Jones will all be changed this season. Offensive line-wise, they already have one of the best tackles in football with All-Pro Andrew Thomas. They used a second-round draft pick on one of the highest-graded offensive linemen in this draft class with John Michael Schmitz, and they have their 7th overall draft pick from the 2022 NFL Draft in Evan Neal, who should take a leap in his second season. And for the weapons for Daniel Jones, the Giants went out and traded for stud tight end Darren Waller. They signed Paris Campbell and used a 3rd-round draft pick on one of the fastest wide receivers in this draft class in Jalin Hyatt, a guy who won the Fred Biletnikoff Award for the best wide receiver in the country last year and had an amazing performance versus Nick Saban's Alabama defense. And the Giants still have one of the best running backs in football and Saquon Barkley, who's coming off an elite season in 2022. And with that bad offensive line, the subpar weapons, Daniel Jones still had an amazing playoff debut in the wild card on the road versus the Minnesota Vikings. And after his 2022 season, the Giants and Daniel Jones would end up agreeing on a 4-year, $160 million deal, which I think is going to look really good for the New York Giants, with Brian Daboll and Mike Kafka leading the offense for the 2nd consecutive year.
So when we look at what Jalen Hurts got from the Philadelphia Eagles, what Lamar Jackson got from the Baltimore Ravens, and what Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow are anticipating to get from their teams, this deal could end up looking like a bargain for the New York Giants. So with Daniel Jones, who had already showed improvements in 2022 in multiple parts of his game, the Giants over the offseason trading for stud tight end Darren Waller, adding pieces to the offensive line, and adding more pieces to the wide receiving room, everything is projected for Daniel Jones to look like an even better quarterback in 2023.
I also expect to see Daniel Jones' passing numbers look tremendously different from 2022 and 2023. The Giants are going to go away from being a run-first happy team with Saquon Barkley to being more of an aggressive, more pass-happy team this season. So with him having great passing numbers, and I expect him to still be one of the most effective mobile running quarterbacks in the league, Daniel Jones is going to be a top 10 quarterback in 2023. So with the Giants having Brian Daboll, the reigning coach of the year, Mike Kafka, who was getting head coaching interviews after his rookie season of being the Giants offensive coordinator, the pieces that they added to the wide receiving room, the tight end room, and the offensive line, I am expecting, and you can bank on it, that Daniel Jones will be the breakout star for the New York Giants in 2023.